Heal your thoughts, change your life. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Let's take the second part of that first. Change your life. How do you go from something in your life that you don't like the way it's going on to a life where you like the way that it's going on? How do we get that change? We want to know that we can have the change that we want, and we most certainly can. And how do we get that change? Because we want to feel in charge to change our life from anything that's not the way that it is to the way that we want it to be. So it could be in any area of your life or several areas of your life. Could be in the area of friendships or any kind of relationships, abundance, job or business, anything really. And you want to change it. And you want to know that you're unconditionally and independently in charge to change your life. You don't want to feel that you're out of control of that you're not sure if you can have that change or not. You want to know for sure that change is in your hands, and you can do something independently to change your life, that you're in charge of what's going on in your life. And when something's not the way that you like it to be, anything, that you can do something, again, independently, unconditionally, of your own accord, so that your life changes to the way that you want it to be. Let's look at this. How do we go from this world of dissatisfaction to satisfaction? Well, we know that our life is the projection of our belief and thought energy. And let me just add here to this image, let's just add in our globe so we're really clear what this means. And that is that we're projecting from our mind. And that projection, that vibration of our thoughts and beliefs is a projection on the physical plane, and it manifests in accordance with that vibration. So today, everything that's going on in your life is your combination of your thought and belief energy broadcasting to the law of attraction. And of course, that's hooking you up with the things that match that energy. So right there, right away, that tells you that you are in charge of the way that your life is playing out. If your life is playing out in ways that you don't like it, then you are telling stories. The way you're thinking about things, you're telling stories about them that are not the way that you want it to be. And we can get caught in doing that very easily, because faulty beliefs and habits of thought will have us telling the same story that we don't like over and over, not realizing we're actually telling a story that really is a vibration going to the law of attraction, and that is the way it manifests. So we've got to tell new stories. We absolutely must watch how we're thinking about things, and when we do, then it's going to start to change the energy. It's going to start to change the broadcast to the law of attraction, and then our physical world is going to start to manifest differently. Well, how did those stories that we tell come to be? Well, when we're in our daily life, of course, we have faulty beliefs that are influencing on how to think about things. And it's been like that for a very long time for humanity, because we really haven't been with the knowledge of life. And so all those faulty beliefs that we have, they're constantly talking with us, telling us things about ourselves or about life, any of our daily matters. They just have a very low vibration viewpoint. And of course, we know that because negative emotion tells us that we're doing that. But see, we haven't understood that negative emotion is our friend to tell us that we're choosing those thoughts that are out of alignment. And so we didn't know that, and we also didn't know where to go and how to replace those thoughts with something better. But now we've got our inner being. Now we know we have our inner being. That's really one with us. It's just the non-physical part of us, but it's not has to contend with physical life. So it always knows the creative process, knows how good we are, how good life is for us, how everything is set up for us to receive. There's a wonderful path to everything already, all the time. See, it knows all of that stuff, and now we're starting to learn that in our consciousness. And so we can start to talk away those faulty beliefs when they come up and tell us things about ourselves, tell us things about our finances, tell us things about our job. anytime we have negative feeling thoughts about any of those things, that's just a faulty belief talking to us from a perspective that doesn't feel very good to us at all. And so we've been telling those stories, and that's the energy that keeps manifesting. But now we have the creative process. Now we have our inner being. We have that awareness, and we know what that all is all about. And so we can choose different thoughts now. As soon as the negative feeling thought comes, we say, well, no, that's not true. This is the way it is, you see. So then you start to develop the new stories to replace the old stories that don't feel good, the faulty belief stories. You're going to start replacing those with good feeling stories. And then your projection to the law of attraction is going to change, and then your physical world is going to start to match those new stories. Okay, so that's how that all works in terms of moving from this life where there's dissatisfaction to the life where there is the satisfaction that you want. So that's the change process. And let's go into this a little bit deeper now. Now let's go into the heal your thoughts part. How does that have to do with the changing of your life? Okay, I'm going to talk about this image, these sequence of images in two different ways. First of all, I'm going to talk about it from this point of view. I mean, when our body doesn't feel good, we got something going on and we want some relief, we'll go to the doctor and get something that's going to give us physical relief, and then we feel better. And we don't hesitate. I mean, once we get to a certain level of discomfort, we're going to go there. We're going to get that comfort back. That's just something that we do very readily. But when we have, and so you could say when you have a sick body, then you go and get relief for that so that it feels better. But when we have low vibration thoughts, our thought energy is low vibration, you could say that's a sick thought. And what do we do for that? Well, a lot of times we just go along with it. Again, not understanding negative emotion is the indicator saying that your thought is out of alignment, and therefore it really is sick. And it's kind of like your body gets uncomfortable. Where in your mind, in your heart, in your being, you get uncomfortable with emotion. That when you get a negative emotion, because that thought feels very uncomfortable. And so, what are we doing for that? We got to do something for that because we want to get emotional relief. See, we want to get back here. Right? Just like we want our body to be comfortable, we want our mind to be comfortable. And a comfortable mind, a mind at ease, is a high vibration mind. See, when we're thinking these low vibration thoughts, we've pulled our vibration down. And that's where the discomfort, the vibrational discomfort, you could say, is. Well, we want to get our vibrational comfort back. We want to get that emotional relief so that we can get back in alignment, and then our life is flowing in the ways that we want it to flow. So how do we get that emotional relief, right? When it's physical, we go off, as I said, to the doctor, maybe a physiotherapist, but somebody, some service and or product, and we have that, we get that relief, okay? So now we want to do the same kind of thing with our emotions because we know how important and powerful our thoughts are. So if we're willing to do this for our body, we most certainly want to be willing to do it for our mind, but we really haven't known this. We haven't known that we should be doing this or really want to be doing this because an out of alignment mind is going to cause you a lot more of a rodeo ride than even a physical ailment. And I'm going to get into that in a moment because those are related too, and that's the other way I want to talk about this image. However, again, when we have a body that's not feeling well, it's uncomfortable, we're going somewhere, going to do something to get some relief. So what do we do? What do we do? Well, we start to talk with ourselves. We start to understand how this all works, right? And so we want to go to our book of scripts. We want to learn how to write scripts. We want to get our mind muscle strong. We want to master our mind muscle. We want to come to YouTube, listen to Coach Brian telling you about the creative process and how all this stuff fits together and how it works and how you can use it in your daily life. And you get into the books. whatever level you need to go to. But ultimately, you want to master your mind, meaning you can write scripts and stories that are in alignment with what you want. See, scripts are like a prescription. So over here in the physical body, we'll get a prescription. Well, over for our mind, it's a similar thing. We're going to get a script that gives us emotional relief, where a prescription gives you physical relief. We want emotional relief because that allows our vibration to rise. So if we want our life to change, then this is what we have to master. We have to master our mind, our thoughts. Our thoughts are, as I pointed out in the other image, they are the energy along with our beliefs that are projecting onto our physical life. That's the energy that is the reason for the things that are manifesting in our life. So we want to start telling new stories. It'd be very handy to have a book of stories. I talk about that in my video, Happy New Life, your storybook. Also call that your positive focus reference guide. And your scripts would be in there too. So you want to fill that book up so that you always have a new way to think about things, a new way to talk about things. If you want money to change, you've got to tell a different story about money. And you may need a script so that you deconstruct the way you're thinking about it and reconstruct into a new story. You see, that goes together. The scripts lead into a new story. What the scripts do first is they deconstruct, meaning to make faulty beliefs, show them for the nonsense that they are. They're not true at all. So you're deconstructing, then you're reconstructing about what is true about life, about finances, about friendships, about relationships, about job, about yourself, all kinds of things. And then you're telling the story about what you want, you see. So this is a very powerful book in terms of mastering your mind. And my books give you the ability to master your mind, to do the scripts and the stories. So that's the same kind of thing. Instead of going to somebody outside of yourself, you can go to yourself, right? And you can be your own thought therapist. You can be your own trainer of your mind, and then you return back into alignment to your natural high vibration self, living your high vibration life. And that's all within you to live that independently by learning to use the power of your mind, which is really the choice of your thoughts that you're thinking about the different things of your life. So that is the comparison I wanted to make between the physical body and how we address that to get relief. And now we got to understand we have to address the mind to get emotional relief. And this is the most important relief, because the second thing I wanted to say about this image is that when you got alignment, when you you find yourself out of alignment, negative emotion means your thoughts are out of alignment and you're having that discomfort emotionally. If you will go right to work and bring in a script, new talk, new perspective on the situation, to the point where you get emotional relief, genuine emotional relief. You say things like, how is this serving me? What does my inner being think about this? It's just a temporary condition. I'll change the energy. Contrast me, my life got better. You see, just those statements alone, they give you tremendous emotional relief when you understand the creative process. They talk to you very strongly because they let you know everything is on track and everything's working out for you. So if you will do that, then you don't get this. You don't end up going to the doctor, needing because your body will be fine. When you're high vibration in your mind, then your body is flowing because there's nothing interfering with it. So you don't even need any of this over here. If you will take care of this over here, and not only will it take care of your health, it will take care of relationships and finances and jobs and business. It will take care of everything. If you will master your mind, you find yourself in a thought that's out of alignment. We'll call that a sick thought, just like the body's uncomfortable, right? Sick body, uncomfortable mind, sick mind. Then we want to heal our mind. We want to heal our thoughts. And again, the way that we do that is through scripts that are really the deconstruction, reconstruction process. When you go through the deconstruction and the reconstruction, of a thought, then you really are setting yourself up for a new story. See, that's the whole script. It includes the deconstruction of the faulty belief and the negative feeling thought, the reconstruction of the natural thoughts that are in agreement with who you are and how life works, and then you tell the story about what you want. That's what the full script is. And when you master that, you get good at that, and then I talk about the 10-second rule. You could do that in under 10 seconds. Then you can imagine your energy is always going to be high vibration and flowing. Now you're not interfering with your body. You're not interfering with all the things that life caused you to ask for. All that contrast caused expansion, and it's looking for you. It wants to land in your life. But if you've got these low vibration, uncomfortable thoughts, these 6 thoughts, that's blocking the road. You can't receive. You can't receive the things that you want when you're in that low vibration energy. You've got to get emotional relief. You've got to bring new thoughts in that will bring you into alignment, so you feel that emotional relief. Your vibration then is raised back up to its natural place. And in that high vibration energy, then the path of all the things you want flow into your life. You see, now you've fully empowered yourself. You've taken charge of your life. So to change your life, you want to heal your thoughts. So to change your life, first thing is you understand you're responsible for your whole life. The way that your energy is projecting, and the reason your energy is projecting the way it is because of the stories that you're telling yourself, the way you're talking about things, and that's the way it's been for a long time from those faulty beliefs. But now we have the new voice, creative process, inner being voice that can help us to deconstruct and release all that faulty belief stuff, and that's so then that's what gets your life to change in a more detailed way. Right here, when we're feeling that thought, then we're going to bring in some emotional relief by changing the thoughts. And so that's why we want to master our mind. That's why I'm here on YouTube with these videos every day to help you to know how this all works and to get back in charge of your mind. And if you got to go to the books, that's fine. They're there for you. If you already know that stuff, that's great too. But it's a daily practice. And then what you want to do is any area in your life where there's resistance, it's not the way you want it to be. You want a script that deconstructs any of that negative energy and sets up a new story that you want to be living. And when you do that, then you gradually start to change the momentum. You start to change what's projecting, right? You start to change the projector, and then your life starts to change. Your physical life will catch up, and that's what you want to do. You want your physical life to catch up to your new story. So that's the way that your life changes. You're totally in charge of it. It's all yours to change at any time. You can start that change right now. Maybe you're in the middle of that change. Maybe you're thinking about how you do the change. Well, now you know how to do it. You heal your thoughts, and you get them back in alignment, and then your life follows along. Okay, that's the video for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any comments, leave them on the post, and enjoy your day.